is all about moving pain-free. Is the microphone on? Yes, it is. Yes, it very much so is. When was the last time your body was actually assessed?
Where do I put my arms?
Wherever you want.
Like you went out of your way to go see a professional who could prescribe you stretches or movements to help you get you back to your equilibrium. That's what I thought. It had been well over a year since I got myself assessed, my squat, my flexibility. I knew that I was feeling pain, but like I wasn't planning on going to see someone. Help sort of found me. You know you're moving so badly when you post your stuff on social media, your lifts, your strength work, and somebody contacts you saying, hey, I can fix you. What? But I'm perfect. Poor loading of the hips, overcompensating with the knees, ankle joint restriction, poor motor control, excessive compensation with the spinal erectors, weak diaphragm. So Julian Haddam from Recharge Fitness took me under his wing and helped a girl out. I sent him a few videos of all my poor movements, like squatting even with an empty bar crooked, catching the bar forward in any overhead position, so the jerk, the snatch, the overhead squat, and probably the worst one, my lack of flexibility in my right ankle. Doing things like pistols is a nightmare. And then he prescribed me movements and stretches to help me fix all of those imbalances, which I will show you at the end of the video, so stick around. So without further ado, I present to you Julian Haddam from Recharge Fitness.
My name is Julian Haddam. I'm known as Coach J. Recharge Fitness, we started off as just a weight loss center, and it was really just to bring that whole philosophy of recharging yourself, trying to give yourself that second wind, that second life. Everybody's always tired, exhausted, in pain, aching, so it's just to kind of give that second wind, just recharge your whole life kind of thing. A big problem I've seen in this industry is trainers, strength coaches aren't really taught how to assess. So you could go in, get a great program, great reps, great tempos, but they're not really going to look at the mechanics. So if your hip is hiking, knees caving in, your shoulders are like this or rotated forward, your T-spine's not rotating.
Oh my god, I got a side cramp.
They're not going to know what to do with it. And then you're going to go see a physio, chiro, whatever, some sort of therapist. They're going to do the manual work, and they're going to send you right back to the strength coach, and then you're just repeating that cycle because you never really found the root cause to why that injury happened to begin with.
Your erectors are your muscles that are along the whole spine.
Why are they fired up?
Overcompensation. So it's probably that your core or your diaphragm's not working as much as it should, so your erectors are overcompensating.
Okay. So does that mean that they're stronger now?
Yes, but it just means that other things that are supposed to be working aren't. And they're taking the hit, and that means your lumbars are just being overworked.
So that's just what we try to do here, is to teach other trainers the proper mechanics, proper systems, how to really progress from certain exercises, how to find flaws in the human body, because it could be a hardware, it could be a software issue, and it's important to know how both are working. So basically, hardware is more of a mechanical issue. It could be a soft tissue restriction, a joint limitation, muscular imbalances, and on the software side, it's more with the central nervous system, the proprioception, how the brain works, basically.
Lift your shirt, like your spine. Yep, pedals, and off you go. Let go when you're comfortable.
Biggest mistake anyone can do is put a timetable, because the more we live, the more dysfunctional we get. The more we train, the more dysfunctional we get. So if you're not going back and recalibrating things on a regular basis, things are going to get out of line. It's normal. But if you're aware of what's going to happen and you know when to take a step back and start reconditioning, well then you're going to be a much better athlete, and you're not going to live in as much pain. Because if you're squatting and you're shifting to the right and you never really assess that, well then you're going to wear out your buffer and things are going to start to hurt.
You said pain in your right hip, right?
Yeah. Like excruciating. It's my biggest problem right
Scale
now.
of 1 to 10?
Like 8.
Ooh.
Ready?
You go.
Let's say someone doesn't have a reason to train.
Ooh. that starts within you. It's hard to really tell someone why they should start training. They need to figure out what that why is, and they have to go deep. It could be so, 20 years from now, they have the physical capabilities of playing with their grandchildren, and they're able to see them grow up, and they're not in a wheelchair or in a bed being taken care of instead. I believe when we pass, we ask ourselves, did I live, did I love, and did I matter? I got that from Brendan Bouchard, and it's absolutely true. Do you want to be on your deathbed regretting things you could have done? Or do you want to be on your deathbed fulfilled and happy with everything you've done? And it comes down to that.
As promised, here's my warm-up that I'm going to be doing for the next 4 weeks, 6 days a week, to hopefully get my hips aligned and reduce the amount of pain I feel in my lower back, and start activating my diaphragm and my core so that I take the most pressure off my erectors as possible. For this breathing exercise, contract your stomach like you're being punched in the gut, and then breathe for 20 breaths. Take any pencil you have and bring it as close to your face as you possibly can while looking at the tip. The tip cannot get blurry. This stability exercise is a lot harder than it looks. Give it a try and do some research on the Romberg hold. You'll see what it's for. For this one, get an elastic and bury it deep into your ankle. You should feel a lot of cracks and moving going on, and for me it's really painful. Here we've got a simple calf stretch. I finally know how to properly foam roll because it makes me want to throw up. I'm digging into that fascia, stretching out my muscles, and this, if anything, is the most important stretch of them all. My right hip is extremely tight and locked, and I feel a lot of cracking in this one, but it's one of my favorites. I love this stretch because I have a hard time activating my lower traps, aka my middle back, so this is awesome. Last but not least, this one's a little challenging for me because I always tend to externally rotate my toes, but practice makes perfect. Thank you guys so much for sticking around this far. You guys are the serious, true, loyal fans. You're my loyal circle. I really like that, loyal circle. I'm gonna do something with that in my intro. I don't know what, we'll see. But you guys are my loyal circle, and I love doing this for you because you watch. And I would be just going crazy doing this by myself. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, subscribe below, And I'll see you next week, next Tuesday. Peace.